Hello, hello. This is Donna Reiners. I'm here to just do a little bit of training to help you move from being binary qualified to becoming manager to going to director and beyond. And let me share my screen and just go right to it. Here we are. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to LifeWave. Love, love, love our company. So we have this form called 90 Days to Senior Director, or a Pathway to Senior Director. And at the same time, it really just demonstrates the process of moving step to step. So the first process you see is manager, but actually what's not on here is becoming binary qualified. So let's say this is you where the green is. And just imagine it not saying manager for a moment, if you don't mind. You want to enroll someone on your far left, and you want to enroll someone on your far right, and this makes you what is called binary qualified. What does that mean? That means that you can cycle up to $100 a week if the monthly shipments or the purchases of your packages or the sales bring forth the points to let you do that. And then when you add to that, when you enroll at least a minimum silver or above on the far left and far right, basically 2 minimum on the far left, 2 minimum on the far right, all active, all on monthly shipments, then that would make you a manager. And that's what this looks like. And then let's say, well, you know what? You've made your manager. And what we keep doing is we keep adding to the far left and the far right, because over time, people do stop using it. I know it's crazy that you would even think so, but people stop using it. They get financial issues, something happened that they need to take a break or what have you. And then you don't want to be the manager who only has 2 on the far left and 2 on the far right, and that's it. Because then you're always playing catch up to make sure you're enrolling someone. So you just keep enrolling to the left and the right and the left and the right and the left and the right as you're learning how the cycling works, as you're making money, etc. And then you're going to come across someone that wants to do what you're doing. They want to duplicate you. They want to send people to the far left, and they want to send people to their far right. And they want to become a manager, which means they get binary qualified first, like you did. And then they keep moving, and you're going to teach them to just keep adding to the far left and far right until they too come across someone on the left and someone on the right who wants to become managers. So let's say you have someone on your right that wants to become a manager. And then all of a sudden you have someone on your left that wants to become a manager. Like, wow, I have managers, people who want to get going and they want to duplicate after you. Guess what happens then? When you have a manager on the left and a manager on the right, you become what's known as a director. And that director means you've helped 2 personal partners on the left leg and 2 personal partners on the right leg both achieve the rank of manager. And then what? Then you still need to have, and then let's say you want to move forward and you want to become what is known as a senior director. A senior director, it moves in a little bit more tightly. Now listen, the purpose to continuing to add people and continuing to sell when you're doing this for business, for health plus wealth, is so that you can increase your points. Increase your cycling points. So by the time you reach senior director level, you've already incorporated 110 in personal volume a month. And let me just go back to that. I apologize. But when you hit manager, in order to be paid as a manager, you do have to have 110 in personal volume every 30 days. You can have more, but you can't have less to qualify to be paid as a manager, which means as a manager, you can make more than $100 a week, and you can make up to $1,500 a week in cycling bonuses. So now we're moving forward, manager, at least 2 on the left and right for the minimum management. And then now you are what is called senior director, where you have your silvers on the left and you have your silvers on the right, and you also have managers on the left and you have managers on the right. So you don't just have one manager on the left and one manager on the right and nobody else. You still have to have other active accounts on the left and right to qualify as a director. And then now let's say you want to become a senior director. What is that? That means you still have your silvers and your golds and your platinums and your diamonds enrolled on the far left and the far right. And you have made managers on the left and you've made managers on the right. And then somebody wants to follow you and they want to become directors, which means they have managers on the left and they have managers on the right. And they also have more accounts on the left and right. And when you are accomplishing all of that, when you're moving in that mode where you are duplicating, where you are cycling, where you're helping your team cycle, then you will have a minimum 10,000 or above. And the structure of a director on the left and a director on the right, along with your additional personals on the left and right, you will be known as senior director. It does require 10,000 volume for the previous 4 weeks. And again, it's helping 2 personal partners, one on the left and one on the right, to achieve the rank of director. And actually, you know, you can have 2 directors on the same side, truth be known, to have your structure. They don't have to be on the far left and far right, but your managers do. When you do have to have one manager on the left and one manager on the right in order to qualify as director. But then directors can be you can have 2 directors on either side or both sides at one time to become a senior director. And listen, I was going to stop at this, but I'll just tell you, you have to have 110 in personal volume. You have to keep the directors in order for you to continue to rank up to the next one, which is executive director after senior director. That structure of those directors, you have to have those directors in order to move forward into the other 2. But then we're moving toward just cycling points. So senior director, 10,000 points and above with 2 directors. Executive director, 2 directors, and 50,000 points or above in the previous 4 weeks. That's group volume. Personally enrolled group volume. And then for presidential, 100,000 points with the minimum 2 directors. Of course, you want more than 2 directors. You want to continue to make managers who want to make director, who want to move forward and proceed up the line because of the health and the wealth. And then senior presidential director is 200,000 in volume, basically every 30 days. So that's how the structure works, and that's how the points work. That's how the cycling works. If you are intimidated by it, don't be. If you're like, oh my gosh, I will tell you, we've had some that just wanted to make their director. They wanted to make director. The problem with that is they were so focused on making director that they didn't understand that making a director did not mean they were making the money. The rank is not necessarily equivalent to the money. As a presidential, you can make up to $12,500 a week, but that doesn't mean as a presidential you're making that. Each rank has a different amount you can make up to every week. They have that in place. That doesn't mean you're making it though. Why? Because you need the support of the monthly subscriptions on both sides. You need the support of the sales. Silver is 165 points going up the tree that one time. That gold is 275 points going up the tree that one time. and so on and so on with all the different packages that you have. They all are equivalent to different different numeric cycling points. And so the secret is just continuing to add to the left and to the right, continue to make it something that someone might want to engage in to help other people, to serve other people in their community with more health. And then, of course, there are some people that come along and say, you know what, I need to earn a living. I need to pay my bills. And then you help them. And if you're someone who says, well, I just need to make it all about health, let me just tell you, when you have unhealthy finances, that is just as unhealthy as having an unhealthy body. Unhealthy finances bring anxiety, they bring pain, they bring the lack of provision, and they bring a course of events by itself that are also damaging. And so I just encourage you in your journey today, just continue to make managers to the left, managers to the right, who want to become the directors, who want to become the senior directors, who want to move up the ranks with you, help you in your health and wealth career, and you help them in their health and their wealth career. And then it's just a lot of fun along the way, building community, earning income, and helping people. I hope that that helped you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. No, we're all in this learning journey together. And it's my honor to help you move forward. And that's why we help one another, and then they help one another, and then they help one another until we're all trained and we're all duplicating because we're helping each other. I bless you. This is Donna Reiners, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Until soon. Bye. And I thought of one other thing. Donna Reiners, my number is 281-948-5642. If you're in my downline, I am happy to help you. Just let me know. 281-948-5642. Donna Reiners. Until soon. Bye-bye.